Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to my channel, and in this video we're gonna talk about all confirmed and rumored PSVR racing games. Now, I done videos about racing games in past, but this one is a bit different. Couple of weeks ago I sent emails to the developers, kind of asking them about their games. Many of them responded, and big thank you to them because many of them actually let me try their games. Some of them couldn't because there is no playable versions of their games yet, but nevertheless, big thank you to the developers of World, Ivanovich Games, Vertex Breakers, Binary Mir and VDDev, because without them this video wouldn't be possible. Only one developer didn't got back to me. Cannot blame nobody because sometimes they are super busy. But anyway, let's start, and we're gonna start from the 100% confirmed games first, and first one will be actually World. Now, I've got offered code to join the beta, but that was only on Quest, which I don't own. But anyway, so what is World? This is an upcoming karting game, and this is one of the style of your, I would say, closest it's getting to the crash racing. But anyway, as we know, it's a Sahara Desert out there when it comes to PlayStation VR racing games, so any game is appreciated, especially the one that getting good first impressions from the people who played it. From what I'm hearing, racing is very satisfying, especially the drifting. You're gonna have around 20 customizable cards to play with, and also there will be plenty of tracks. Of course, as you playing, you don't have to play by yourself because the game fully supports multiplayer, so you'll be able to match up with other players and race against them. Now, there is no release date yet for World, but from what I'm hearing, it's coming to Quest first, and then it will release on all other platforms. So it will be coming to your PC headsets and PSVR, of course. Now, they currently running private beta, but they saying this beta will be open up eventually, and also they're gonna try to bring this beta to other VR platforms, not only to Quest. I'm not sure if it's gonna come to PlayStation VR, but what I am sure is that the game will definitely come to PlayStation VR, and they said they're gonna have some updates about PSVR version very soon. So that's something to look forward to. Another game is Touring Cards from Ivanovich Games, and this one I had a chance to play, so thanks to the developers for sending me code to the early access version. I also gonna put the links to Steam stores in case of any one of you got, PC headsets as well. As we know, on PSVR it's super hard to get those preview copies because they never hear, like Sony just releases games. But anyway, what is Touring Cards? It's kind of different to World because the tracks are much smaller and much narrower, and what's happening here is the action is super crazy. You get tons of power-ups, but also tons of hazards on the track. You can have monkey trying to punch you or freeze you, I don't know, some chickens running around, a giant 80 style machine walking across the racetrack. Also, there is tons of elevations, but they can rise when you on them. So this is one of those crazy games. Now, graphically it's not super fun looking, but also it's not bad. Very colorful game. You can combine your power-ups, and when it comes to control options, they pretty much infinite. You'll be able to play with your moves, or with 3D ruler and moves, or with steering wheel, or with steering wheel and move controllers combined, or just with DualShock. So there's plenty to choose from. There's a very big single player component in this game, but also you'll be able to play online with other players as well. Over 20 tracks to choose from, and tons of teams as well, and they all stylized by like F1 teams. This game is currently in early access on Steam, but the developers stated that they want to bring this game to PlayStation VR by the end of this year, so it might be coming soon. Now, just let me tell you this, they really listening to all feedback what people giving them, because as I've been capturing footage for this game, for this video, they must have updated this game about 3 or 4 times. They pretty much updating shit out of it, and they implementing new elements all the time. When the game first come out as early access, people been saying like make tracks more interesting, make them have elevations and stuff, so they added that. Everything seems to be faster as well since I first played this game, so yeah, this is definitely one I'm looking forward to. Even though it's not super good looking, it's super fun to play. Now, another game that is 100% confirmed is Mini Motor Racing 8. X from Binary Mill, the developers of Amazing Rouge, which was great racing game, like flying racing, and also very well received Gun Club VR with super awesome fun gun gameplay. But anyway, now I've got no footage. In previous videos, in news videos, I showed Mini Motor Racing Evo, but when I spoke to the developers, they said maybe don't show this footage because it's not actually representing this game. Now, Mini Motor Racing Evo, I played it and it's fun. How this gonna play, I don't know. It's still same game in the series. You're gonna have online component in this game as well. You're gonna have this view like, you know, Scaletrix style, but also they got view that follow the player, so that might be fun to play. So definitely something I look forward to. I don't want to spend too much time talking about it just yet because there is no gameplay for it, but I'm sure they're gonna release something soon and then I will let you know more about this game. Now, another one I want to talk about is VRider Hoverbike. Now listen, this one is kind of half confirmed, half not, so I'm gonna put it under the rumored category. Basically, developers like sharing shit on Twitter when they play the game, and they few times tagged it as PSVR, so I asked them, are they making PSVR version? They just replied, looks like it. But anyway, I spoke to them lately, they sent me code for this game to like try it and play it, and holy shit. This is gonna be something else. It's awesome, super immersive. Now this game features futuristic tracks, but many of them is stylized by F1 tracks in real life. So if you race, for example, in Australia, you probably will be knowing layout from playing your F1 racing games, but also they've got those crazy wipeout style tracks with loops and stuff everywhere. Now what I really like, it's the control system. Of course you can have traditional controls, but also you've got this super immersive. So what you doing, you holding your handles with your motion controllers, and then to turn you lean your body, but you not like tilt yourself from side to side, but you kind of leaning like the motorbike drivers do on the racing you seen on television. It works great. I really love this style of gameplay, and as well this game is super fast and super entertaining. You've got weapons, of course, you've got boosts. Entering the loops on your motorbike feels great. Also the developers currently testing multiplayer, so I really do hope that PSVR version comes sooner than later, because this is a game that I would definitely spend any amount of money on because it's just how fun it is. That's something else, and this control system, I wish somebody makes more motorbike racing games. I'm gonna add this control system because it works great in VR and it was a pleasure to play. So yeah, definitely let's hope it's coming soon to PlayStation VR. Now another one I'm gonna put under rumored, and this is going to be heavily rumored, is Race the Future from VDev. Now I spoke about this game in past, I spoke to the developers as well in past. What they say basically is that they've got PS4 dev kit, but they didn't started any work on it yet. That was a few months ago. While I've been doing this video, when I asked them to send me the game, like to try it, they easily done it, so that's nice of them. But also I do hope that they're gonna eventually decide to release this game on PSVR. It's out on PC. Last time I spoke to them, they said they've been working on Switch version, that's why they've been not working on anything else, but the game come out on Switch already. Now, I really like this game because it reminds me of racing games I used to play as a young little boy. Back in the day when I used to play Screamer 1, 2 and Screamer Rally, Ultimate Race Pro, if any of you played that from Callisto Media, and also your Motorhead, that was my jam, those arcade racing games, and this game kind of combine all of them together. So you've got those very nice tracks with tons of elevations, tons of turns, but also what this game add into the mix, you can race on water, your wheels kind of go underneath your car, the driving physics changing a bit, and that's definitely adding a lot to the gameplay. And also what this game got, it's got very nice drifting mechanics, so it's super awesome to take corners. Now, just like in old school days, there is no cockpit at all in this game. If you played Trackmania, you're gonna have this hood kind of camera if you want, but you can place camera behind the car as well. That's how I've been playing because I just found it entertaining like that. I really liked it. Track selection is quite big. Now environments, there's only 4 or 5 I think, but because there's different tracks in different environments, there's definitely nice selection of them. And also the tracks got different weather effects, so it can be raining, it can be foggy, it can be dark, so there is a lot going on in this game. You playing through this game by completing challenges, and that unlocks you new tracks and new cars, but also you can enter the cups and race with your opponents like that. There is no multiplayer in this game, but nevertheless it's super fun to play. Okay, and last game I want to talk about is Drive. Now this is the only developer that didn't got back to me. I spoke to them in past. I'm assuming they super busy because they really working hard on PC version, because when the game come out on PC they've had few problems, of course early access, so cannot expect awesomeness straight away, but definitely they struggled a bit because they only had one cars and like bit of optimization, that was a problem. But since they added more cars, more tracks, they optimized the game. Regarding PSVR version, in past they said that they not officially announcing anything yet, but they do working with Sony to bring this game to PlayStation VR. But anyway, there you have it. This is the upcoming and rumored PSVR racing games. Now let me know in comment section which one you looking forward the most. For me, all of those games look fun, and definitely nice to see that we've got some racing games on the horizon, because like I said, PSVR, when it comes to the racing game selection, definitely not many of them, so nice to see some more. And of course stay tuned to the channel, because as soon as I know anything more about those games I will definitely let you know. And of course, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.